I want to take the time to really acknowledge and thank you for all your support and all the amazing things you're doing. I mean, I'm so glad that we came across. It was just, I'm super pumped and super thankful.
No, no, my pleasure, my man. So we have Serhat in the house. Can I give a hell yes, buddy? So your
Yes.
first 10K with us. I'm super excited for you, dude. I've seen you pushing and it's been pumped. You know, you came through high ticket clients fast into clients automation. What's been what was the biggest shock about that for you, you know, in terms of, you know, hitting those sorts of levels? Were you surprised at how quick it could happen for you, or, you know, like, were you shocked at, you know, because sometimes what people say is like, I can't believe it could actually happen that quickly. And, you know, having an online business today, you've got very low overheads. You know, you're putting, you know, real people into your information with kind of like nothing really there. Do you know what I mean? It's like what we hear a lot is like, you know, a lot of people think you have to have all of the assets, you have to be posting on social media day in, day out, you have to have a huge following. And that's not the case. As you know, you can follow a process, get people onto a consultation call, and then, you know, sell them into a one-to-one coaching program, of which you're doing. Were you shocked at how quick that was for you?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you for having me here, Ed. It's so glad speaking with you and reframing all the things that happened when I started. So yeah, we started working together on March, right? So at that time, I didn't thought about that it is possible to reach that, but if you have the steps and systems in place and just do what Ed is teaching or what you are teaching, Ed, it's just like just follow it and it will happen, right? So to answer your question, right, it's just about the system and the process to follow, because we all have everything needed to really go out there and to make it. It's just about getting the steps ready and the processes to really accelerate that. And yeah, it is possible.
So from where you're at, like, dude, before joining us, what was your view on like getting clients online? Did you believe that you had to, you know, had to have a big following, or you had to do loads of social media posting? Where were you at before you joined with us specifically?
Yeah, before I joined, right, I'm also in online marketing, so I'm kind of familiar with the topics. But the thing is, if you are not doing it, then you don't know it, right? So my problem is I was comfortable with all the tools, I was comfortable with social media, I was posting in there, etc. But I didn't have a system, right? Because nowadays there is so much information. You can do that, you can do webinar, you can do coaching, consulting, and so on. But my problem was the system, right? And yeah, I was also some kind of really struggling to figure out what is now working, because I was everywhere, right, posting there, doing this and that, and it was not consistent. So having the systems and the process and to learn that, it really gave me some structure, because I'm a creative guy, you know, I love doing a lot of things. But really, to breaking that down and really following your system, it was much easier.
What was there any before you joined with us? Was there any hesitations to joining COA, or were there any hesitations to hiring us to help you, or, you know, what blocks did you have around that, or self doubts, or things that you weren't sure of or didn't trust, or anything like that?
Yeah, great question. So to answer it quickly, I was straightforward. You know, I just heard on you speaking on Clubhouse on an event, right? I just I was not expecting too much, because there was something you said that attracted me. I was filling out the form, right, and then I had a call with one of your sales team, and then I just joined the high ticket client just because I had this feeling. So I did a lot of research. You're also giving a lot of information, right? So I mean, just when people watch your stuff, they can learn a lot, right? So your courses and so on, so your videos. So I was researching a lot of that, and I get comfortable, and it was easy just to go ahead.
That's like, so hold on. So you researched and you got comfortable, right?
Yeah.
So what was that? What did you research that allowed you to be comfortable? I love that.
Yeah, your team was sending a lot of videos to me, right, about your methods and so on, and it made sense for me, right?
Okay.
It made sense. So I
Why
was
did it make sense though?
sorry.
Why did it make sense?
Yeah, because the concept you explained, it was just yeah, it is easy, it was easy to understand. It was, yeah, this makes sense, right? So let me go the next steps and really find out how this can be done. So it was a lot of watching your videos, just what you're talking about in your concept, and it was family. I had a good feeling, and then it was easier for me.
That makes sense. I mean, the feedback we get a lot is because I've been in the industry a long time, because I've been coaching for a long time, and because I've personally tested a lot of things that don't work. And then we created a simple methodology so that you could replicate it. And then, whether people work with us or not, they can copy those structures. And if they do want to choose to become a client, then we can support them through the process. So that makes sense. Okay, so what's been the best thing about the support with us so far that you've enjoyed, that you got the most value from?
Yeah, the support is amazing. I mean, just to support and experience the team, it's a different level, right? Because you're hearing a lot of things, especially in the online business world, but when you see the experience and the work that all the team is putting together to really help you, it's just amazing. It's also forces me to really go on a higher level with my clients, right? Because when I see the standards are here, then I say, oh, hey, I have to match that, right? I have to deliver the same quality. So the support is amazing. Just the support is worth it to really work with you.
Yeah, that's when we do hear a lot. I mean, when today is about, it's not just the information, it's the support structure, and how you can build out within your team. So here's the thing I always say to people that are in the coaching industry. One of the things, especially for yourself, is as you now get people coming through on a consistent basis and your price point's at a 3K level, like, start to notice maybe there's some of those clients that you could bring into your business model. So that's something I wish I'd done earlier, because then you build out and house people that have gone through your model within your model, and then you can start to incorporate them within your model. So for example, like, one of our one-to-one coaches that support our team, I think you know this already, but Veronica, for example, was already a client of ours. She came through as a client, implemented COA into her business, and because she was doing great, we brought her back into our business so that she supports our clients. And so it's another revenue stream for her. So I think a lot of people miss that, like, look for and so that's for you, look for you'll know when you get a client coming through, and you'll be like, this one's a good one. Right.
Yeah.
And then you start to build maybe a structure around where they could work within your model. So the way we look at this, Serhat, is that we go with, like, they don't have a job within us. They have another stream of income within us. They have another support system within their business with it for us, right? So that, like, it's not working for us, it's working with us. It's working, as I said, that so they get a direct revenue stream from our business that supports them. So, revenue partnerships are what we look at to create with our clients. When you hit a certain level, I'll make the offer to you too. And so therefore you increase an easy system within yours by having a support network that doesn't cost you more time. So therefore it's just like, the more revenue streams that you have from your coaching business, 2 is better than 1, 3 is better than 2. It's as simple as that. Was there anything specific, or if you were to pick something specifically from clients automation? Sometimes people say the closer process or the ad process or the webinar process.
Yeah.
If you were to pick one, what would you think has been the most valuable to you so far? And this is pre-automation.
Yeah. Let me show you this one.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping with that. It was my best friend the last month. So this is life-changing. The closure process. I was thinking about just putting it into my wallet. It's amazing, right? This is life-changing. It's just not about doing something online. It helps you really if you want to be self-employed, if you want to build a business and so on, an entrepreneur. I mean, this is what you need. It's just worth the investment.
Yeah, I mean that in of itself is 10 times the investment. No BS. You know, to be able to understand that skill will be a skill for the rest of your life, and you will continually develop your offers. And in my view, you know, the online space is now pretty like it will shift entirely to that over the next 5 years. You'll see that having an actual touch point with client is the most powerful touch point possible. And so it's interesting, it's like although all like technology has become obviously more sophisticated, more advanced, etc., than ever, it's actually when everyone is like, there was a shift in the market, I'd say two years ago, where everyone was like shifting people to buying online. However, because there's been such a huge shift with 8 times, 10 times people more now online than, you know, since COVID. So therefore, like when everyone does everything the same, you have to go the other way. So we shifted really quick. We've always had that in our model. But yeah, I'm excited that people always say that the closure process, because you're closing the door where your client came from and opening up a new vehicle, a new method, a new way, a new world. And yeah, man, I'm excited that you enjoyed that.
Absolutely.
So how much is that worth? Just so you said it's worth the investment in of itself for that alone. Just that's good to know.
Yes.
What else? Were there any with the future as it's lined up now, when you think about, you know, like your model that's going to be add to automated content to book a call, knowing that obviously you know at the moment you are doing that, but to replicate what we've got, so you will have people doing that for you. You know, when you think of the future with that sort of system, how do you feel?
Amazing. I mean, it's really like really building a business, right? It's just taking the content of your course and really having a business. I mean, this will save you a lot, right? If you think about what it takes back in the days, if you want to build a business, it's just amazing. All the struggles you have to go through with getting clients, right? Building something, etc. But it's just done for you, right? So a business done for you. And I mean, I also have to say, right, it's just not an online course, because this was also what I was concerned about, right, before joining the program, because you said, hey, you have an online course and then support, etc. And I say, come on, not again an online course, because I have a lot of that, and right, so there are a lot of online courses. You can go to Udemy and so on. There are hundreds of thousands online business courses, but it's not like that. This was also an aha moment to really deliver in-person support with an online course. This was also something fascinating, that this is possible.
I totally get that. A lot of people in the market looking for people to support their business, if they're a coach, can sort of have been burned by here's an online course and get on with it. So, you know, like we specifically focus on methodology. Here's a methodology. How you access the methodology, of course, is a online suite. So the same for you, my man. You know, as you know, we push heavy on create your method, show you how to do that. And then everything is method basis. So I never say I've got an online course. I say, here's the method we use. You can access the method. Even when you use words like shift online course to, here's the methodology. How you access it is through a, a forum or a portal or whatever. So you never use that conditioning of online course, because so many people, you're right, have bought online programs and haven't used them. And the reason that they haven't is because they don't have those support structures in place. And so what we noticed over, especially since COVID, is you actually have to charge people more. You actually have to get people coming through, and you have to support them to go through that. And that's why you have to charge more, because when you charge more, that means that you can deliver a greater service. You can also provide a greater asset. You can hire more team. Our team, that is a, we spend over $1 million a year on team. So therefore it's not as if it's a, hey, look, it's just a Facebook group. No, these are, professionals that know what they're doing, that have, an Ernst & Young consultant's going to cost you 300 grand a year, easy. So therefore, investing in the systems and the structures that you also give to your clients. So just replicate exactly what I do and just keep on building on top of that. But that being said, my man, I'm super, super proud of you. I want to say thank you for you, because without people like you, we don't get to make an impact at the level. My business scales on automation 24/7, right? We've replicated multiple different products. We could actually still hit the figures that we do without having any in-person clients. And when I chose to have, in-person clients, it was to really genuinely help people that have a mission. And so it's been amazing supporting you, because you are someone that is a go-getter. You're a motivated individual. You're easy to work with, and I'm excited for you to get thousands of clients. Is there anything that you would say to someone that was on the edge of joining us, that wasn't sure about it? What would you tell them to do?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for the kind words. And really, I was also a pleasure on my side, really getting to know you. Maybe also in person sometime. I'm really looking
Definitely.
forward to just meeting you in person, all the team. It was pleasure working with you. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say, right? So if you're really serious, if you really want to build something online, then do that, right? So if you're interested, to investing in yourself, to really get clients online, to make a change. I mean, you can't force people, right? You can't, when someone is unmotivated. I mean, I'm also experiencing in my, when I work with clients, you can't force someone unmotivated. But if you are serious, if you're thinking about that, then it's a no-brainer. Go with it.
Yeah, appreciate that. 100. Like, although I tell you what does drive people more, so the the income is actually easy to make. It's really not that difficult. Follow the processes. It's not uncommon, to hit, even from scratch, 10Ks, 20Ks, 30Ks, consistently that happen. What people don't realize is the money that they can save just by having like you put, when we're about to, we haven't even started in your automation. By not knowing an ad format loses you a lot of money. By not knowing an actual webinar structure that works so you get converted sales in, loses you a shit ton. All right, when you look at how many calls people lose on a daily basis because they can't either generate them or make sales on them, you lose a load. Call application funnel, 20K, 30K if you wanted a half decent one. So the actual saving is far, far beyond what people can ever imagine, but they are not aware of that. But that being said, dude, let's get down to your session. Let's get your next steps planned. And I just want to smash you up. All right, Bo.